This scatter plot shows the AIDR benchmarks. It's the data from the AIDR LLM leaderboard. And AIDR itself, by the way, is a AI coding tool that's 100% open source. It's kind of similar in some ways to Cursor and Windsurf and these tools, but it's open source, which is why I love it. But anyway, AIDR has these leaderboards on this polyglot coding benchmark, which a lot of folks nowadays are looking to as the source of truth for how good these different LLMs are at coding. And the data is here presented as a table. We can see Claude 3.7 Sonnet with Thinking is the best right now. And it costs $36 to run all the benchmarks. And so I was curious, how does cost compare with percent correct? So I figured, why not create a scatter plot that shows this? So that's what I did. And this is what it looks like. On the y-axis, we have percent correct. So the ones that score above are usable, and the ones that score below 30 are, not really usable. And it's so funny to me that GPT-4o is, it used to be the best thing ever. Like when it came out, it was really amazing. But now it's like not even usable compared to these newer LLMs like Claude 3.7 and DeepSeek, the very affordable models like DeepSeek R1 is right here, and DeepSeek Chat v3 is over here, which is way cheaper than R1. I did apply a log scale to the cost because without doing that, they would all clump up at low cost, and then the ridiculously expensive models like O1 and GPT 4.5 would be outliers all the way to the right. So I think this is pretty cool. Now I'll show you the process that I used to get here. It was about an hour of vibe coding in VizHub, and I will speed up that process by 10x and narrate over top of it. Here we go. So I started with this new vibe coding template, and I just pasted the data from the web page into the data file. And fun fact, if you copy an HTML table and paste it into a text editor, it pastes as TSV. And the first prompt got it, reproduced the original bar chart, which is amazing. And then it looks like the AI made a mistake, so I restored the previous version there. And now I asked it to make it into a scatter plot. But I didn't specify what to use, so it put something random on the x-axis. So now I asked it to put the cost on the x-axis. And now you could see that outlier phenomenon. And the labels are overlapping. Oh, that prompt was just to tell it to extend all the way to the top. And yeah, this is the new way of coding, I think, where you just ask the AI to do something and it does it. And here I'm tweaking the margins. That prompt was something about the text labels. I kind of got a little obsessive here about the text labels. It's a very tricky problem. And you can see here the AI did figure it out, and it used D3 force simulation for the label placement. That's all Claude. I mean, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. It got something wrong with the offsets, so I went in and fixed that. Now I asked it to make a log scale. That failed. No clue why. But the thing to do is restore the previous version. Oh, it looks like I have to top up my AI credits. I ran out of credits. All right, now let's try again. Log scale, please, for the cost. That failed again. Trying it on different models. I found that that's what I do a lot nowadays. I try the cheaper model first, and then if it fails, I'll try the same prompt with a better model. Oh, that was a good one. The text stroke effect. If you put stroke effect, it looks really nice. Okay, so that prompt is just asking it to make a config.js file where I can go in and tweak things as needed, which is really nice. I think that's the future of this like AI coding. You just ask it to pull out things that you can tweak, and then you tweak them. You don't even have to look that hard for where the things are defined. So here I'm just tweaking things like the text position and opacity of various things. And then I figured, I want the labels to appear to the right of the circles a little bit, just so you can really clearly figure out which circle corresponds to which label, which is sometimes tricky. And then just tweaking the font size, that sort of thing. Here I'm manually tweaking the code to try to optimize the label placement, which I don't think it's ever going to get exactly right if you use this force simulation approach, but it got pretty good. Pretty good. Tweaking the labels a little more. Tweaking to get it just right. Please add the title font size as a thing I can configure, meaning the axis labels. And sure enough, there it is. Now we have separate font size config options for the different labels. Yes, style the axes consistently. There was a little inconsistency, so I just asked the AI to style it consistently. And it does a great job. I find the Claude models are really good at aesthetics. They have a sense of, fonts and colors and stuff. And here I added a label, Aider benchmarks, with a configurable position. And now it's down to the, the final tweaks here. Getting it ready to ship. It is responsive in a way. Okay, so I took a screenshot, starting to compose a tweet, and then I ask it to rewrite the README. Claude is really good at rewriting the README. So here's the previous README, here's the new README. It's about this actual thing, and it pulls in details from the Aider documentation. I tried asking it to compose a tweet for me, but it didn't really pan out, so I just wrote it myself. But anyway, that's pretty much the whole process. Thanks for watching.